All right, so welcome back. We are now going to read part 2 of Circle Unbroken by Margot Theus and Raven, and pictured by E.B. Lewis. Oh, excuse me. I got to sneeze. All right. And the lap children watched as a sea of blue coats went marching by, while the basket children lay looking up, not knowing that everything was changing like clouds blowing in the sky. So the blue coats, some soldiers are coming. Now, it was the times after slavery, when your great-great-great-grandfather worked shares on his land of marsh, sea, and sky, where the creek bed rose high on the oil rice fields, melting them away like shadows into shade. He built a boat of wood and took it to the sea, far past the shores where the sweet grass grows. Rowing in, he had fish for his family and fish to sell. Then, long night after long day, he told children tales of Brer Rabbit and Brer Fox, till their laughing eyes danced like sunlight on the water, stars above the creek. So there's no more slavery at this point. Your great-great-great-grandmama heard the stories too. Next day, she carried fish and wares to market in the baskets she'd made, toting her burdens and cares high on her head. And the circle went out and out, like the stone that milled their corn, and the net that caught their shrimp, and the ring shout that praised their Lord, just as I give praise for you. Then their children had children, and their children too, until one day, across the great wide ocean, a war began. The men of the island went away like the tide, and the women waited and sewed, long night after long day. I wonder what war. What war do you think that they're talking about now? They had to go over the water, far away. It was World War I at this point in time. When the men came home again, the bridge builders came too, tying islands to land with still arching hands. What's coming, Grandma? The yard children cried. Tomorrow, she sighed. And the porch children watched as the bridges brought cars and the cars brought people. And the basket children lay looking up at the sky, not knowing the old ways were leaving us fast as the cars passing by. So now the cities this is how they started building the cities. But some folks at night sat around the lamplight, showing the young ones the road ahead was over and through, as new hands talked to old friends, and bulrush and sweetgrass, palmetto and pine. Then those children had children, who put up wooden stands to show their baskets along the highways and in the marketplace, where the tourists came through and thought the beauty of old baskets was something new, just as my baskets are new to you. So now they're going to start having road stands. So time just keeps passing. While the women sat behind their stands, their sacred place, sewing and sharing with daughters all they knew, the men took the boys to their sacred place, the dunes and marshes by the creeks and the sea, to cut the bulrush and pull the sweet grass and dry it in the sun as it had long been done. As so it has always been, time flowing like a river, circle going out like a pebble in a pond, until I came along, your mama and you. And time has come now, child, for you to learn the knot that ties us all together, the circle unbroken. And when your fingers talk just right, that circle will go out and out again, past slavery and freedom, old ways and new, and your basket will hold the past just as surely and tightly as my arms now hold and circle you. And that is going to be the end of the book. I would like for you guys to think about what do you think that the circle stands for in this book? And then I also want you to think, why do they call it sacred places? Like, what does that mean? Why is it sacred? And I hope that you guys enjoyed the book and have a great day.